Hi traders, welcome to wrap up of Monday, the 24th of October. So we started this particular trading day definitely with an upside bias. When you looked at the daily charts, it broken quite cleanly through the resistance area and plenty of room for the market to move up. So definitely an upside bias for the day. I've actually got the 5-minute chart here. I thought I wanted to start today with the 5-minute chart and then go to the 1-minute chart. Just wanted to show you now that we can look back over the day. In this kind of day, there was opportunities, definitely, but because there was never a real pullback, I mean the market just pushed up, kept pushing up. These kind of days are quite rare. You'll quite often see two-sided action, but I mean for a day just to keep pushing up like it did fall away a little bit in the afternoon. It makes it a little bit tough. So I guess on a day like this, especially when you've got an upside bias, you want to really take advantage of that upside early on, which was definitely a few opportunities which I'll show you soon. But you can see here the market has pushed up, pulled back. So it's these pullback areas, I guess, where they're the opportunities. There's one 5-minute signal for the day, and that was this particular one here. Overall, some of the members were asking about this signal. This is actually a good signal. You can see here it's made a fresh high, it's pulled back, it's going for higher highs, so that's a good area to be taking it. The entry was really good. It was a power fade entry. Overall, it's a buyer's market, so you're going with the overall trend. So overall, a good signal, and if you took it, you definitely did the right thing there. However, like I said before, because the market pushed up for so long, this is now in the afternoon, it's about 2 o'clock, so we're well after lunchtime. Just expecting, I very much had a view that the sellers were going to come in at some stage. It's very hard to go against my personal market perception of where the market's going to head. So in the end, didn't take this one, even though just as the signal was coming up, I thought there was a good chance it's going to work because definitely the buyers are around, and that's the case. That's what's happened. So I guess all morning we would have been looking for buyers. The only time we would have changed to the sell side, as you can see here, the moving average 20 is really starting to turn around here. Okay, and then once it had broken, basically this support area here. So this is the last of the buyers' support. So once it had broken down here, and you can see the moving average swinging around, that's all of a sudden a time to start looking for sellers, I guess, and this was the only opportunity to start for the sellers to come in. There's actually a pretty good PowerPoint that worked in this area here, which is very closely considered, which I'll show you on the 1-minute chart soon. But that's the 5-minute chart to start off with, so let's go back to the 1-minute. Righto, so open up the market here, like we said, very much an upside bias. So this PowerPoint here, if you've got a strong upside bias, definitely one to look at, take advantage of. You've got the Williams on your side there as well, so that was definitely an opportunity. Just after 10 o'clock, the other markets were backing it up as well. All the markets were on the upside. The only one that wasn't was the Dow Jones. It certainly wasn't on the downside. It just wasn't leaping ahead like some of the other markets were. But a lot going for it for this PowerPoint, so definitely a good opportunity there. The market pushed higher, pulled back a little bit, so it's very tough to take this one here as a pullback. It didn't pull back with any power. It kind of just moseyed on down. You can see it's just a cruise motion there. So a tough one to take there, that's for sure. And then the market pushed up again. Once again, like some of these PowerPoints here, you could look at fading. Even though there's a pullback at that PowerPoint there, this still would have worked as a fade. Where it's made a high here, it's pulled back. So it hasn't pulled back with any power, that's the only problem. But if you had really strong perception of the buyers around, these are some of the opportunities you could look at doing. And the market just kept on pushing higher. So this is midday here, so at this stage, because the market's just been pushing on, we're basically looking for the market to pull back some way to look at some sellers or look at getting on a buy signal. So for the next hour we pretty much weren't looking at doing much because it's lunchtime and also the market's sitting at its highs. So it takes us over to here. This is where that 5-minute signal came in, so not long after lunch. So the market's gone sideways here, and the market highs are back up here. So sideways action, and then all of a sudden that 5-minute signal came right about here. There was the entry there at 49, and then as soon as that 5-minute signal came, the buyers just pushed on through and actually went over 3 points in the space of about 5 minutes. So in the end it worked really well. But like I said, at this particular stage, there was no power with the buyers. Even though I thought the buyers could come here, I just was unsure, and definitely thought that sellers were due and they could push the market down a little bit here. So my personal reason for not taking it, but if members did take this one, certainly a good opportunity to look at. But then the sellers did come in, so they pushed down really hard through this PowerPoint here. They've gone sideways again, so that they're kind of flopping around the highs here. So I guess at this stage here now, this is where we're starting to look for it. No, it's not pushing any higher. You want to start looking for an opportunity to get on the sell side. And this is where I felt it started to come. So push down to this one. So the moving average 20 on the 5 minute chart was definitely facing downwards. We'd broken buyer's support here, and then there was a quick pullback. So it was this particular power point here that I was talking about earlier, which I thought there was a great opportunity. It's right near the close of what we call our trading at 3:45. So this is the type of one, I guess, it almost pushed through it, but you wouldn't just sit there with an order. You might just wait, let the candles push through it, and as soon as you get a red candle close, which is this one here, you'd take it. So you would have looked to take it at 12.49 and sell, and you would have got 2-3 points out of that. So I think that might have been, as far as the seller is concerned, the only selling opportunity of the day. And then so the market just bounced a little bit there in the afternoon as it got quite volatile, like it normally does in the last half an hour. Righto, so that's a wrap up for Monday, and I'll speak to you soon.